Hello and welcome to Living with the Landspeeder, where we Star Warsify Disney parks one attraction at a time. I'm your host Ryan, joined by my good pal Katrin and my other good pal Derek.
Back to number 3. Sheesh, bottom of the barrel.
I gave you a week. The numbers went down, so I had to switch it back around.
But not the YouTube numbers, which is what I care about.
People are like, "What? Who put Derek second? I'm out of here."
Yep, I'm done with the show. It's over.
Oh man. Well, the kids are still awake, so we'll see how many children come behind me during this. It should be fun.
I'll have kids.
Yeah.
My cat is going crazy tonight.
What's that? Who's that kid behind you, Derek? Way back there in the corner.
I'll never tell. I'll never tell.
This is chapter 34. We've been doing this for 34 times.
34 times.
And I'm still having fun doing it. I don't
Yeah.
know about you guys.
Every episode.
I will say, I've been surprised.
Oh.
Because sometimes some of these attractions, I'm like, oh. Like this one. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? But it turns out that I feel like I have a decent idea. Like it's kind of fun.
Good.
So it's like it always ends up being fun, is my point. But yeah, just being a little honest with you.
I'm just wondering how many people are going to be the same.
I don't think mine's going to be the same because mine's really off the wall. But I think you should title you should title this episode. I think it's good. I don't know.
Well, what attraction are we doing?
We're doing the longest name attraction. It's a show, actually, at Disney World, I think. I don't know. It's so long. Finding Nemo, the Big Blue World, and Beyond.
Well, and there's an ellipsis in there, the ... and beyond. So it makes it even longer.
Yeah, because so originally, before Finding Nemo, it was Tarzan and Rocks, and then they switched it over to Finding Nemo, and then the world shut down, and then they brought it back, and they were like, let's change the show, and they finally brought it back, but I guess maybe they changed it a little bit.
Yeah, they shortened it a little bit and added some different set pieces. It's better, and I liked the old one, but it was a little long.
Yeah. So they shortened the show, but made the title longer.
Yeah.
Oh.
You had to make up for it somewhere.
Hanging
by the letter.
Yeah. I didn't know the and beyond was just added.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, what? It may have been called something completely different before. I don't remember.
I think it was just Finding Nemo the musical.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe so.
But it pretty much follows the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It
does.
Does.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I watched it recently and I was like, oh, this is the movie.
I mean, like today?
Yesterday.
You need to know what was going on.
I needed to know what was going on, and which I quickly saw. I was like, I knew the idea of it. We've got puppets, we got people singing, and it's about Finding Nemo, and
it's like the Muppets.
It's actually just the movie.
Yep.
So
I figured since school just started back, then we should do something with school, and this is a school of fish. So wow, there we go.
Very punny. Very punny.
They're like in the movie, they're going to school. School's starting. So
there's nothing to see here. Mr. Ray, no, come on.
Yeah, no.
Jeez, never mind. Let's move on to the news after that. Thanks, Ryan.
I was just looking around to make sure there was nothing to see here.
Okay.
But like many parents, sending your kids off to the great big blue world, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, I can remember the first time my kids went to school and they came back and they said, we found this swimming mask. It told us to go to Sydney, Australia, so we went.
Wow.
Yeah, just like the movie. Anyways, news. You said news? Is there news?
News. Yeah, there's a little bit of Star Wars news. The 5-year anniversary of Galaxy's Edge, and I know that because my Facebook memories popped up because I was at opening weekend.
Man, that's great.
It was great. I went to opening weekend at both parks, actually.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So, how different was it back from, or how different is it now?
Way back when?
Way back 5 years ago.
It's not as crowded now, which is nice.
That's true.
Which is really nice. I mean, when you had a 3.5 hour wait for the Millennium Falcon and
Yeah.
Rise of the Resistance wasn't open yet,
Mhm.
it was really hard to get a reservation to build a lightsaber, but I did. So that was really, really amazing. And then people didn't know like who Vi was, and they didn't
Mhm.
know these different things that were happening. And there were so many people, they didn't really have to do any of that.
Yeah.
There was I think the costumes were a little bit better for the cast members. They were a
Sure.
little bit more involved, and I think they've toned them back a little bit. But
Yeah.
Well, I think it was more immersive then from what I remember versus going like this last year. Like every cast member was like totally into their part and
oh
totally
yeah,
playing it out. And today it's just sort of like you try to make Star Wars conversation and a lot of them's like, what? I just
I
work here.
remember.
I just work here. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I remember somebody telling a story about maybe it was you, Ryan, a Sabacc game just like happening off to the side
Yeah.
beside the Millennium Falcon ride or something. It was
Yeah,
and
they used to do a lot more stuff like that, and
yeah.
now it's completely toned down, especially with the Star Cruiser closing. Now they don't. From the last time I went on May 4th, you think May 4th they'd live it up, but it was you even saw the characters less. Like you'd see
Mhm.
them every once
yeah.
in a while, but they weren't out like they used to
Oh,
be. And
Yeah, that was one thing. Like Ray and Chewbacca were out a lot,
yeah,
and the stormtroopers were like, but they were more up, like or in the restricted areas where people couldn't go, but you could
yeah,
see everything. But now they're walking around more, I think, which is really cool. Um, yeah, it was different, and we weren't able to get into Oga's at that point because it
yeah.
was just so crowded. But it was amazing. It was so wonderful.
yeah.
I am so happy that we did it, and I cried walking in. It was just
Sure.
yeah, it was great.
That's cool. So we talked about like the stormtroopers, they need to come back, right? Did y'all see that the Death Eaters are coming back to the wizarding world of Harry Potter? Like they
Yes.
walk around the world, and it's like that's pretty
Mhm.
cool.
For Halloween time.
Maybe
Yeah, looks
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So maybe they'll take the cue and be like, "Oh, we need to bring our guys back that
Maybe.
scare
I don't
people."
know. We'll see. Like I was surprised D23 there was as far as parks, there was no mention of Galaxy's Edge or Star Wars, right? There was
I
none.
think
Sure.
I think that was a good thing. I
Well,
think they needed.
yeah, but yeah, but there's like so I don't see anything coming there. I think it's just going to be what it is.
Mhm.
Well, they didn't mention the Millennium Falcon
Oh,
Smuggler's Run
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
changing
with
down
Mando and
in the new
another
Grogu.
year.
story.
They
Yeah,
didn't mention that. That's right. So I don't know. And like those droids that they walk around at Disneyland sometimes. I wish those were just like on both coasts.
yeah.
I wish there was more
I mean,
droids.
there was so much we were supposed to get that we did
Oh
not get.
yeah, yeah.
Droids everywhere
I
and
mean,
characters and
there's empty buildings there. It's
yeah,
just sitting empty.
yeah. There's like another restaurant that's ready to be there. Like yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
They've slowed down a lot of stuff. Like there was a time when they were bringing out new lightsabers like left and right. Like it was like just that they were just had sitting around like here's another one, here's another one. And it's slowed down to now where it's like here's a box set of ones that we've already released that we've put in a box so we can charge more.
and it makes a sound on the
Yeah,
box.
that's
Yeah.
so they're not releasing
But
lightsabers
they
like
have
they used
so
to.
many lightsabers. I think it's okay if they slow down a little bit because if you were to buy
Yeah.
all of them, oh my gosh, you'd be broke.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just wish that they like take a lightsaber away and they're like, oh, it's retired. And then they bring it back in a box of like 3. Oh, but now you can get it in a box of 3 for,
Spend more money.
$600 or whatever. And it's like,
But it's a new box.
that's a new box. Yeah.
It's a new
I don't
box.
know. I don't know. Yeah,
It's-
it's slowed down. But
And, speaking of
um
immersive worlds, then we also have the new game comes out tomorrow. Or if you're listening to this today,
Today.
because we take this on a Thursday and it comes out
Outlaws.
early Friday. Yeah, Outlaws is coming out. I'm I don't know if I'm excited or not. Like I'm kind of on the fence because it looks really cool. I hate that you can't customize your character. I think that's really silly. And also the fact that there's no online. Like, why make an open world game and no online? So, I don't know.
It's been compared to like Red Dead, right?
Yeah, but there's no online. I didn't
Well,
even
yeah,
play
yeah.
Red Dead story mode, and I know everybody says it's really good, but I want to grief. I want I want to I want
I want to mess
I
with
want to
people.
fight other people in the world, like real people. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to play it or not. I'm sure I will. I don't know if there's a Star Wars game I haven't played.
I probably won't play it because I don't have any system that it works on. So
Oh,
I still haven't played Jedi Survivor.
Oh, now that's a good game.
Supposedly it's coming out on PS4, but I'm
It
like, is
is.
it going to hold up, or is it going to be just like glitchy?
Why would
the
they
whole
put it on
time?
an old system?
They are.
They- I don't know. It's really kind of weird, but they just recently announced that they're going to release it on PS4 and Xbox One, I guess. And
It's all going to be
it's like they need people to play it. I don't know why.
It's going to be side scroll though. It's just going to be like an old side scroll game. Because I've heard this pretty like intense and like I mean as far as like memory and all that stuff. So
There's a lot going on in that
It's
game.
going to crash the PS4 if you put it on. I don't know.
Or it's just going to look really goofy.
It's going to
Really
be like
bad.
Roblox or something.
I mean, I love the Lego Star Wars games. I think they're hilarious.
Yes.
My son's playing the latest. He's playing one right now, and he's just found out that he can buy new characters with the little stuff you collect. What do they call? They're not bricks. Studs.
No, the studs.
Yeah.
No.
He just figured that out. He's like, oh,
I think he meant that I collect what Funko Pops. Like, I don't know.
oh, the stud. The studs.
Hmm.
Little gold and silver and stuff. Studs. Anyways, all right. I'm trying to think. Is there any other news?
Well, so another thing about the game, I hear it's a really good story. It looks really cool. One of the weird things that happens, and I was just rereading this again. Derek and I were talking about this earlier, is whenever you do certain things, you'll drop your secondary weapon. Like if you crawl through a vent, you'll drop your weapon. If you do a melee attack, you'll drop your weapon. And it's kind of interesting. Well, your primary is good, but if you have a secondary weapon like a sniper rifle or something, she'll drop it. Or he or they, I don't know, whatever. And you have to pick it back up after you do whatever it is. And it's kind of cool because you think about how unrealistic a lot of these games are, where you can carry a rocket launcher and a shotgun and a pocket knife and all this stuff, or whatever, pocket knife. But it's all
got you.
But like, where are you putting all that? And then this guy drops them, when you're trying to do things, because that's what real things would happen, so it's kind of cool, but it is annoying because it's a video game. But
there's one other piece of news that you missed, Ryan. I figured this would be your favorite piece of news. The Acolyte is not coming back.
It's not my favorite piece of news, but I completely understand why it's not coming back.
I'm not disappointed, but I would love to see something with Plagueis and maybe that with someone else running the show.
Yeah. And I mean, it pretty much came out that the reason it's not coming back is because the viewership was very low.
Yeah.
And it kept going lower and lower and lower. So, and that's the reason why it's not coming back, which makes sense from a money standpoint when you put how many millions of dollars into
Hundreds.
it? 180 million? I mean, just think about if you're the creator and after the viewers, the ratings and everything come back and you go back and be like, so for season 2, I was thinking maybe 200 million or something for what I want to do. I mean, they're not going to get that. So
they get nothing.
Zero. They get nothing. So I don't know. I mean, it's sad to say, oh yay, Star Wars show is going away, but I'm okay with this one going away.
Yeah.
There's other shows that they only do one season of them. Like, hey, I would love for a second season of that, like Obi-Wan or something. Even Book of Boba Fett, I would love the second season. But this one, I'm like, it's okay. It can just, and it's gone. I mean, it's gone from everywhere. They took all the merchandise off of the Shop Disney store.
Yeah.
It's not on Nielsen ratings anymore. It's just been wiped away. I think it's still on Disney Plus, and they still say go watch it, but I can see a day when it's not there anymore. They don't announce it. It's just not there.
Well, and the repeat watching, it's like, is anyone watching it a second time if they did finish it? Like, I've watched Mando 6 times. Like,
Yeah.
I watch it all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I liked the direction it was going in. It was getting better, but I'm not upset.
No. Well, we've got other good things coming. So that's
Like
good news.
this amazing attraction today.
That's true.
Whoa, here we segue. Here we go.
Segue.
Finding Nemo, the Big Blue World, and Beyond, the show, musical show at Animal Kingdom.
Do you think the and beyond allows them to bring in Buzz Lightyear at some point?
Yeah, he just flies in.
Might as well.
When the next Toy Story movie comes out to promote it, they're just going to have Buzz Lightyear fly in.
Hey,
fly out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is weird though, because when you think of Beyond, you think of Buzz Lightyear and Toy Story.
Yeah.
Not Finding Nemo.
Not Finding Nemo.
And if you watch the show, it's pretty much the movie. So what's the Beyond?
I don't know.
Maybe the
Big Blue World might be the ocean.
Yeah.
And then he gets out of the ocean into the office.
The dentist office is Beyond. So it should be called the Big Blue World and the dentist office.
In Australia.
In a whale's mouth.
That's true.
It does have some great songs that they've made for this musical.
Maybe it allows them to change the show a little bit at some point.
Maybe.
Because there's no reason to call it that.
Maybe they could add some Finding Dory in there.
Yeah. Yeah. They can switch it up because it's really very simple show. Except for the puppets.
Show.
But they've got a screen behind them if they want to do certain things and they could change it up. So I bet that'll happen. Or maybe that was their intention and it's maybe not going to happen now. But
it's changed. It changed once. They made it shorter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've seen the shorter version. I
liked it a lot. I liked it more, and I really liked the long version.
Yeah, it was good,
but it was a little long.
Yeah,
it was good. The seats, if I remember correctly, were not great.
No,
because they're there for a long time, and you're just like, okay, I can't sit here any longer.
Yeah, especially when you're sweating, and they're like the slap benches, like there's gaps in between. It's like,
oh.
So how are we going to Star Warsify this amazing show? And hopefully we all have titles that are as long as this one.
Oh no. When I wrote my title, I did not have the and beyond part, but I
don't think I have it
or any of that
for mine. That's not
good. Who's gonna go first? Because I have a feeling Katrin and I have the same thing.
Oh, I don't know.
I can go. I can go first.
Sure.
All right, go for it.
Mine's a little odd, a little different.
Shmee. If you take my Shmee, I'm done.
Because here's the thing. This is totally a Disney thing, blue sky thing to do. Because we don't know much about this property. But I thought from the teaser that we do know, I thought this could be a fun musical to put in a park. So I'm going to base mine on, and we don't know much about this. I'm going to base mine on the Skeleton Crew.
Nice.
And it's going to have that total 80s vibe. It's going to have 80s songs in it.
Tears for Fears.
It's going to have like 80s movie songs, like Good Enough from Goonies. It's going to have like
Good Enough.
Yeah.
Good.
Go ahead, sing it.
That's all we can do.
I don't think that singing's gonna get us a copyright strike.
But I thought this would be cool.
Enough. Is it better?
It was better than that.
That was me singing like an old lady. Maybe we'll have Danger Zone in it.
Oh, there you go.
Have maybe Footloose. I don't know.
Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I just have Cyndi Lauper stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought it would be sort of fun, and because they have puppets in the show, it could be a mix. So the big droid that's in the show could be like a big puppet, and they just basically go on this adventure. Because I was thinking of the title, Finding Nemo, Big Blue World. I'm like, what can we do? And I'm like, oh, they're going on an adventure in not a big blue world, but like this big blue galaxy. So
Yeah.
because it starts on their suburb planet, and then they find the ship that takes them out into space. And I
Yes.
thought this would be a fun
That would be good.
thing that they could turn into a musical. I don't know anything about the characters. I know that Jude Law's in it, so I guess he can come
Maybe
be a part of this.
Yeah, he
just
could
be
probably be
there
the
today.
teacher or the dad, or maybe that's who they're trying to find. Who knows? I
Yeah.
don't know.
He's the Jedi, and so we have a Jedi, so we can do force tricks and stuff. We got the creatures that can be puppets, and the droid that can be a puppet, and then we can't really hire kids, so they'll just have to be adults that look like kids.
Little
All right.
people. I love it. I will not go.
No, not little people. But anyways, I thought it would be sort of cool. It's something different to do.
Yes.
But who knows? The show could flop, and we could come back to this and be like, no, that wouldn't make a good musical.
It's all right.
But I felt like with the vibes, with the scooters, with the tassels on it, like it's the 80s, just make it totally 80s music.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a kid's show from what it looks like, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, not like an animated kid's show, but it seems like a kid's show, so it kind of fits.
Does it fit in Animal Kingdom? No, probably not. But that's just where this show is. So
it doesn't matter if it's in Animal Kingdom or not.
Yeah, they don't care.
It's gonna be Star Wars now. It's a giant helmet. There's a giant helmet.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a giant helmet. It was 3. Go back to our other episodes and find that little Easter egg.
It was only like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah. Shh, let them search back.
Oh yeah. The episode, I don't know, somewhere between 1 and 33. 1.
I don't know. I am looking forward to that show just based on the teaser. It looks
me too.
Fun and different in a good way.
Yes.
And so I'm a total 80s guy, so bringing the 80s vibes back to Star Wars, I guess.
Yeah. That's good.
Fun.
I like it. I think it'll be good.
I don't think anybody's going to copy that. That's
no.
another reason.
No.
You're like, no, like who would do that? Oh.
Since I have a feeling Katrin and I might be similar.
Go for it.
I'm gonna let you go.
No,
because you're really good at just ruining mine. So I'm ready.
Well, before I go, you mentioned 80s, and I have to mention that they're going to re-release Back to the Future in the theaters for a weekend in October 19th and 21st. So I'll be camping that weekend, unfortunately, so I won't get to see it.
At the movie theater?
At the movie theater.
Yeah. Have you seen the popcorn bucket for it?
I saw one. I saw that they were releasing it somewhere, but it was like it came out of the doors, like the popcorn.
Yeah, the DeLorean, the doors opened up and the popcorn's in there.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyways, okay. All right. My title's going to give it away, but I'll go ahead and say it. It's Finding Jar Jar.
We're not the same. Yay.
Yeah. And the story starts with Obi-Wan. He's a close friend of Jar Jar, talking to him about his place in the universe. So he's talking about being an outcast, and he wants to leave Naboo. And he tells Obi-Wan tells him about the dangers of the world and how he should stay in Naboo. You should just stick around. So they sing a song about the big blue, the big big so mine is the big galaxy and beyond, I guess. That's a big
big blue galaxy.
Yeah. My wife was trying to get me to do the big black space.
Yeah. So, and then in another scene we see Qui-Gon. He's the teacher of. He's like the Rey. So mine kind of tries to follow the story a little bit, as you can see. Of course, we've got puppets of all these to keep it
Qui-Gon puppet
kind of show. A Qui-Gon puppet, yeah.
Sort of creepy.
And so, anyways, he's teaching Jar Jar and some Padawans the ways of the Force.
Oh.
So Jar Jar and the other students go exploring Naboo and encounter a Sith, who will remain nameless for now, captures Jar Jar and leaves the planet. The students run to Obi-Wan and tell him what happened, but unfortunately they don't know where they went or who it was. So they set off and they run in to find Jar Jar, and he runs into C-3PO. And he provides, of course, the comic relief along the way. But so he's sort of the Dory character, and he explains that his memory circuits were damaged by a group of Jawas, so he might not be of much help. So there's some comedy there. But they're along the way. They go through. They're on Tatooine all of a sudden. I just realized that it was in Naboo, but now we're in Tatooine. They encounter this group of Jawas, in fact. And
that's the beyond, isn't it?
yeah, that's the beyond. There's a song about friendship, but they're not able to repair C-3PO.
Can you sing the song about friendship?
I don't know the song. I did not write words for the song. I thought that was the funny part to say that it's about friendship. They've not seen Jar Jar, and they weren't able to fix C-3PO. So we move on to the cantina where we encounter Din Djarin. And he's a Mandalorian who explains that he has a bounty for a droid known for his wisdom and shiny. It's all over the place. Don't worry.
Wait, I'm so confused.
Don't worry, it's all over the place.
So confused.
It's beyond. They're not. Don't worry about it.
So Qui-Gon.
Yep.
Obi-Wan.
Let him go.
Yep.
Let him.
I'm just
go. I'm like really into this right now.
Up. Don't worry about
it. Okay.
So he's got a bounty for a droid known for his wisdom and shiny exterior. So they're immediately just like, oh crap, they're it says our two protagonists. I worked hard on that word, but I can't say it. Are fearful at first, but through a wonderful song about dedication and courage, they learn that this is not the droid he's looking for. But Mando tells them that he saw a Sith leaving Tatooine with a creature that matches Jar Jar's description. So they head to the docking bay. So they know that he left the planet. So they go to the docking bay and they encounter these porgs. It's kind of like the school of fish, and they form an arrow. And they're like, "Hey, here's this sign," and it's a poster of the planet Lotho Minor. And he realizes that who has taken Jar Jar, and they board a starship to confront Darth Maul. And as they travel, they sing a song about finding family, and you see Purgles flying beside the ship. So they're in the puppets are going, it's all over the place, I'm telling you. And they're, of course, singing along. The Purgles are singing as well. And once they arrive on Lotho Minor, they continue their search for Jar Jar at Darth Maul's lair. Here we find that Maul is training Jar Jar the ways of the Sith, and there's a song about belonging in your true destiny. But by the end of the song, Jar Jar realizes that he should return home, and they defeat Maul and escape the planet with 3PO, and the show ends with Jar Jar singing a song about the big, big galaxy. So they reprise the song. Big Galaxy.
Beautiful.
Do you have words to that song?
I don't. I didn't write any songs.
It's your homework.
I just wanted to write the names of these songs or what they're about. But
I bet we could probably get AI to do it.
Probably could get AI to do it. I did think about doing that for the songs. I was like, in fact, I did do one of them. I was like, what would this song be like if it were the big, big galaxy, but it was stupid. So I was like, I'm not going to keep it. But,
I liked it. I liked the Beyond.
It's very beyond.
Very beyond. I like
very beyond.
Yeah.
So
I think mine was more weird than yours was.
Either Jar Jar was kidnapped for many, many years. Is that what it was?
They're just all these Star Wars characters that are there. It doesn't matter at the time.
They're just there. It's kind of like they're just there. They're just there. Give the people what they want. We want to see them. We want to see them all. I'm in. I love this. I'm first row of this show.
Great.
Great. I like it.
Thank you.
I'm still a little terrified by Qui-Gon Jinn puppet.
I mean, they're all puppets.
Liam Neeson puppet. Just a special set of skills.
That's right.
Okay. Well, with that, I guess I'll bring it on home.
Yes. Bring it on home.
So I'm giving the people what they want. We already had some comments about Grogu. So it's Finding Grogu.
Nice.
And so it starts off with our protagonist, Grogu, cute little Grogu, and he is in the Jedi Temple training with his other younglings. And all of a sudden, the back screen lights up with a lightsaber. And there walks in Anakin Skywalker to strike them down, and your younglings are flying. They're scattered.
They're flying at Disney World.
This is not the first time that I've brought up younglings going down. This is a common theme with me. I kind of love it. So Grogu escapes, but he's lost out in the galaxy, and that's when it gets a little dark. But that's when our next protagonist, our next protagonist comes in, and that's Din Djarin, Mando, and so. He gets, just like the show, he gets his orders or his bounty to go find this thing. And so as he's going, the story is of how he tries to find Grogu. When he finds Grogu, and it's like, well, you're like, that's a pretty short musical, right? Well, he loses Grogu again. But first, after he finds Grogu, then he finds Dory, which is Cara Dune.
Oh,
not real Dory.
I thought about that one too.
Quotations. Cara Dune. Now, she's not funny, but it is funny how Disney just deleted her. She was a great character and everybody loved her, so why not? So instead of just keep swimming, it's just keep blasting, just keep blasting. Yes. So, that's kind of his thing. So they're going through and they're still doing their adventures. It very much follows the show, but then Grogu gets kidnapped again.
No.
Oh my God, I know. And that's when he starts singing, "Where's my dad?" And then they have the big reunion where they get him back. And then, of course, you get to see Luke Skywalker come in and the whole crowd goes crazy. And that's where it stops, and it can extend later, further down the road. They can have more parts of the other seasons and different things, but that is my attraction.
Nice.
Finding Grogu.
Where's my dad?
I think that's probably the perfect thing to go into this ride, though, is the Finding Grogu. Like, probably. I think that's what the people want.
Yeah, it's merchandise.
Are they all puppets or?
No, there's some live action for sure. But there'd be some cool puppets, and you can add in some of those other characters however you want, time depending how long you want your show to be. But it'd be pretty quick, just like the show.
I'm seeing for the youngling scene, I'm seeing red streamers.
Oh
coming from the bodies.
Yep. Yeah. And water droplets from
it's a 4D show now.
Yeah, it's 40 show. What do you when Grogu talks? Is he gonna talk like Yoda? So it'd be like, "Dad, where's he?"
No. Yeah. I forgot the main song. It's not in the Big Blue World. It's in the Razor Crest. And you just see the two of them.
That's one song that gets stuck in your head.
That is I love that song, but yeah,
it gets stuck in your head. I was singing it walking around today. My kids are like, "What are you singing that song for?"
Like no one knows the rest of the song. They just know "In the Big Blue World." In the Big Blue World.
And that song is played in two different attractions, right?
Yeah, it's on the ride and at the show.
Yeah. It's at the end of the ride, right?
They got their money out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I couldn't name any other songs. Now you said Where's My Dad? But I'm trying to think of any other songs from the show.
I don't.
The Sharks do one, and Dory does one, and I think Marlin does one at the beginning. It was like what? Amen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was a movie that my son never got into that much. We probably watched it twice.
And you had to have Crush and Squirt in there too. That's where you could have some of the other.
Gorgeous.
Those are I love Crush and Squirt. They're two of my favorite characters of all time.
Have you ever been to the Crush show?
Oh yeah, Turtle Talk with Crush. I made my nephew go, and he was not into it, and I was like, "This is great."
That's true. They have 3 attractions of Finding Nemo, right?
So the thing with that, right when that movie came out, it was a huge hit, and they pumped out the rides immediately. And that's the problem with doing I love that they're doing Monsters Inc. and I actually like that they're doing this Cars thing, but oh my gosh, why do we have to wait over a decade for it?
Right.
Well over a decade. Monsters Inc. came out when I was in high school. So that's
Yeah,
like 2 decades.
it is weird.
So, like, yeah, I think it's great that we're using some cool IPs, but like, man, when Finding Nemo came out, they had 3 things right there,
Mm-hmm.
and it fixed the problem, because they used to have that tunnel that you could walk through at the seas.
Hmm.
Yep.
I think there were some problems with that.
Yeah, you can still see it. It's still there.
A little bit, but not, not
No,
all.
the tunnel that's below in the aquarium.
No.
Oh,
Like the one that you'd walk through.
no.
I don't know. I got a video, like a home video.
It's been a long time. I did like Sea Base Alpha, right?
Yeah. You still getting that suit?
You getting the fake elevator?
Yep.
It's like, oh, we're going under the sea. The elevator's shaking. Bubbles are coming up. Not anymore. You just walk in there.
Yep.
Like, we're under the sea now.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really surprised since you mentioned D23 that there was no mention of Inside Out.
That one does surprise me.
Because it's been such a big success. You think they'd be like, oh, we need a ride. And I know what they would do, but
Yeah.
Figment would go away.
Right.
Maybe that's why. They didn't want people to riot.
Well, I would still love to see the gold building over by Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Make that Inside Out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even sort of shaped like a head. In perfect place for it.
And I know, like, I don't know if they're still there, but they still had a couple of the vehicles from one of those because they were using them to test the new ride sequences for Star Tours.
Yeah.
They're probably not there anymore. Who knows?
Not.
Or they're not functional. Or they got stolen. Like Buzzy.
Could be. Well, there we go. 3 unique shows.
I didn't expect that. I thought somebody would do Grogu.
Yeah, that was one that I kind of thought about as well. And the other one that I thought about doing was a droid one. That was actually the first thought I had was this would be cool to have puppet droids that are, but I couldn't think of a story. So.
I thought about Jar Jar, so I'm glad I didn't do it.
So Jar Jar seemed easy to me because he's from a water world, but then I ended up going a totally different direction with it because I was like, I want him to be out and doing these other things and
with the Mandalorian direction.
With the Mandalorian.
Love it. Well, there we go.
We did it.
We did. All right. Well, that's a wrap, folks.
We did it.
Until next time on the next episode where we're going to be doing something different.
Yeah. What? And let us know in the comments or wherever. On Facebook or Instagram. Is there an attraction you want us to do?
Is there a guest you want to see?
Is there a guest you want to see?
Or hear?
Do you want to be a guest?
I'm going to go to the Arkansas Comic Con this next weekend.
There we go.
And I'll be talking to James Arnold Taylor, hopefully.
Yeah.
And
you've got his
Ashley Eckstein will be there. And Matt Lanter will be there. And Darth Maul will be there actually too. What's his name? Not Ray Parker.
Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker.
Yeah, Ray Parker.
Sweet. So maybe you can get us a lot.
So I'm gonna just kind of go down the line. Like, hey, James was on our show. You guys should be too.
Do it. Absolutely.
He'll be like,
no, don't do it.
That's so much fun. I was just texting him the other day. Texting him the other day. So
nice.
Such a great guy. And actually, his movie they're actually they have it on a new platform now. So
and it's on DVD. He's really excited about it being on DVD. It's pretty cool though. I mean,
DVD.
I really liked it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's going to be the next thing that comes back, right? DVDs are going to be the next thing that comes back.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Oh,
Blu-ray.
Maybe. But
No,
I thought about
VHS.
trying to figure out some sort of thing that I could wear, like get a button, make a button real quick. That's says the word blessings, but it's like hidden kind of in the button. It's like that.
You know, you just put it under your shirt and be like,
Right.
blessing, the blessing.
The blessing.
Wear a trench coat and like shave it in your chest.
It could be the guy from
Hidden.
National Lampoons, and it's him going blessing.
You couldn't hear a dump truck
And
going
he's
through a
hidden.
nitroglycerin factory.
Oh man, if you're still listening, thanks.
Got to give James a shout out and then go
Yeah.
completely in left field.
Go. He would enjoy it.
Oh, totally.
Maybe.
No, try not.
But my hope is to stop by and talk to the others as well and say, hey, we'd love to have you on. What's your favorite ride? We'll do it again if it's one we've already done.
Yeah, we'll redo it. That's fine.
I don't even remember what we did anyway. So.
It was mostly Beauty and the Beast stage shows. Most of the
that's the only one I
the other
remember.
episodes. It'd be funny if they're all like, you know what I'd really like to do is Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, well, we can't do that one.
That would be funny. Like all of them.
Yeah.
Just bring all three of them on and let them all do it. And then we just sit there and go.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right.
Make it happen, Katrin.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. I'm going to get him to sign. I bought a Funko Pop, which it was funny because I was making fun of you guys for having them. But I bought one that's the pirate skeleton from Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. And I was like, that'd be cool to have him sign that one, you know.
Oh, he'll love that.
Yeah. So that's
and then it means something to us too.
Yeah.
Yes. So
good idea. Very smart.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
All
there you go.
All right. Well, this is until next time. Not next week. We'll be at I Am Geek, so check us out over there. Anyways, see you next time on Living with the Landspeeder.
Bye-bye.
Bye.